This knob here is how you pull that vent open, which let air in by your feet. I'm a 6-foot tall guy. I can do it. There we go. Sometimes cars are completely restored. Sometimes they're a resto mod. Sometimes they're a mint perfect car that has been kept preserved forever. And some are just survivors. This is a survivor. This is a 1967 Corvair Monza Coupe Survivor. 110 horsepower, 2-door coupe, 4-speed car. Let's take a look at this. A Survivor car is one that hasn't been restored and is basically got original paint, original engine, and still a driver. This one might look really, really rough, but literally this is a 1967 Corvair Monza Coupe 110. This car runs and drives. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So Corvairs, if you don't know, were Chevrolet's answer to the Volkswagen Beetle. And other than the reputation these had for supposedly being unsafe at any speed that Ralph Nader mentioned, these were actually really great small cars. Think about seeing something like this, even in this condition, versus a Volkswagen Beetle. A Volkswagen Beetle was retro cool. This was air-cooled, rear-wheel drive, rear-engined car that was a whole lot cooler in 1967 than a Beetle. One way to know if a car is older than 1968 is side marker lights. In the US, side marker lights came out in 1968 model year, so even if it had a small one or whatever, that would make it a 68 or newer. Ones without side marker lights of any car let you know it's 67 or older. So this is the last year without side marker lights. As you can see, these are not the original wheels. These are like, I believe, 1980s Camaro Berlinetta rims. These rims are actually rubber. This is rubber. See how it flexes and bends? That's not steel. There's steel underneath of there, but that part is rubber. This car has a 4-speed, blue interior. It's a pretty good condition Survivor car. It runs, it drives, and the keys are in it. Great 1960s GM feeling right here. Yep. Wind down windows, wing windows. For those of you who don't know, these little windows right here, they were great for when people smoked cigarettes, and they were also great for defrosting your front windshield. Also, if you notice, I put the glass down. This has frameless doors. So what I always used to call coupe doors. That means this is a door that doesn't have a frame that comes up and around here. Novas and things like that from this generation all had framed doors. Camaros and coupe cars a lot of times had coupe doors. If we put down this quarter glass, this is just a great big hole here. Because it's a rear-engined car, your fuel filler is on the front fender, because everything is backwards. This even has the silver wiper arms on it still. A lot of times with these old cars, sometimes you'll see them and this part will be black. And that usually is because somebody, when they went to change the wiper refills, they bought the whole wiper refill assembly and not just a wiper blade. Back in the 60s, you just got a new rubber wiper blade and the silver arm stayed with it. We'll take a look in the frunk in a few minutes here. Check this out, look. To get to the keyhole, it's underneath the emblem. Isn't that cool? Chevy bow tie emblem with the key underneath. And there it says, Corvair. Nice. Now, because this is a front trunk, we've still got our dual master cylinder right here, which I think that came out just in 67. I think that was the first year for the dual master cylinder. And over here we got our washer fluid reservoir and our wiper motor. And look at this, this trunk is mint. Look at that. This is like a 57-year-old car. Oh, probably turn signal relay right there. Not sure what went here. Look at the paint underneath this hood. Original paint. Just the slightest little bit of rust. But this is just surface rust. Like, it's really in great shape. These vents back here are functional because this is where your engine is located. You can see this one's a 110. Let's see. Woo, here we go. Let's go into the engine compartment. This engine is a flat 6 air-cooled engine with 2 carbs. You got a carb here and a carb here. They also keep the spare around by the engine. Very cool. Saves a lot of space for other kinds of things. So twin carb, air-cooled, flat 6. The belt in these also took a really wild path. The belt goes around here and changes direction and goes like that. Unlike a normal car where the belt stays on the same plane the whole time. Let's take a look back inside here. Bucket seats, lap seat belts with cool retractors. Look at those little retractors right there. Isn't that neat? No shoulder belts. Shoulder belts came along later. All right. Corvairs were a small car. I'm a 6-foot tall guy. It's a little hard for me to get in this thing, but I can do it. There we go. And just so you know, this seat is all the way back. There's a lever here on the side. I'm all the way back. They actually make kits, apparently, to be able to adjust the seat farther back, because it's cozy in here for me. But once I'm in, my feet can reach all the pedals and then some, and my knees aren't hitting the wheel. It's not a tilt wheel. These are just solid wheels that, you know, made for banging your head into. You know, because if you have your lap belt on when you're driving, that'll keep your rear end from sliding out of the seat, but nothing keeps your upper body from moving. And just look at this thin wheel. Now apparently, as you can see from this wheel, see how it looks like it's kind of bent? That's because this wheel is flatter on top than it is on the sides. This wheel is supposedly unique for the Corvair because I guess a regular round wheel maybe sat up too high or came too close to the windshield. We are pretty close to the glass here. Got your factory AM radio, your key, ashtray, lighter, your lights, your wiper, 2-speed wiper, your instrument cluster, which this one has a speedometer, a clock, and then basically a fuel gauge and lights for gen, fan, brake, temp, press. I guess that's pressure. Is this a turbo? And here's our heater controls down here on sliders. This bezel right here, this is plastic. 1967 plastic dash bezel, still holding up. Got our glove box over here. That's all metal. Rear view mirror, padded dash. This is very hard now. It's not padded anymore. But this steering wheel is like mint. There's no cracks in it. It's in great shape. So thin too. Back then these steering wheels were so thin. Also, the late 60s were the last few years where we had actual chrome on the interior. And this is something that went away in the 70s and the 80s and all, partially because of the glare off of this chrome would potentially blind a driver. And people might say, oh, that's silly. But if you've ever driven 60s cars or 50s cars with a lot of chrome in the interior and the sun's getting low, there were times that this does blind you and makes it so it's very hard to see. So I understood why they took it away. However, this stuff looked cool. Hey, let's try the horn. Let's see. No horn. Oh well. but the dome light works. Haha. When I was a kid, these cars from the 60s were so cool to us because the key went on the dash and they didn't have a locking steering column. Because by the 70s and the 80s, cars always had a key that went on the column and the steering column would lock. And that was part of the security of the car. And so anytime we had 60s cars, we were always like, it's so cool because the key goes in on the dash. These were your hazard lights right here on the side of the column. You push them in to have your hazard lights. And 4-speed car. Reverse, first, second, or yeah, 4-speed car. Over here, this is kind of interesting. This knob here is actually a vent. So, I don't know if you can see this, see that speaker grill down there? That's actually a vent. And this knob here is how you pull that vent open, which let air in by your feet when you didn't have air conditioning. This is the handbrake. There's the high beam switch. And then, of course, this is a clutch car. So you've got your clutch, your brake, and your gas. So yeah, there was a lot going on over here in this corner between your vent, your handbrake, and your high beam switch. I think those sound so cool. Look at that door panel. This is your release, window winder, real door locks. So what do you say we take this car for a little ride? I'm not going to drive it. I'm going to ride so I can record. After it warmed up for a couple minutes, that tapping went away. It's running real sweet now. Riding in the 67 Corvair Monza Coupe. This is all right.
Really? Yeah. So I gotta get used to the clutch and all.
Yeah, but it really honestly feels really good. Yeah. See, that's your whole front post right there. You also notice there are no head restraints in this car. No shoulder belts, no head restraints. The 60s were a fun time.
Yes, they were.
You get a lot more view though because all the posts are so small. You can see out of a lot of the glass. Ride's pretty nice. Yeah. Feels pretty good.
Definitely.
I've ridden in a lot worse cars than this.
It's pretty smooth. It's a 1967, so it's
right.
Good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It's not all squeaky or anything. Feels pretty tight, pretty sure-footed on the road. So I feel safe enough, so Ralph Nader was wrong. This feels safe enough to me at this speed. I'm good. There we go. Woo, yeah.
I like the way it's geared.
Yeah.
We're in fourth right now.
Right. It's just like, it's a happy little car.
I mean, the steering's tight. If you could reach out, look.
Oh, the ventilation works.
Feel how tight this is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And that's not power assisted or anything, right? These are all just manual because there's nothing up front.
Yeah.
There's just manual steering. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Here's the next video you should watch right here. YouTube's picked it for you. It's another good one of mine. I'll see you in that video.